Hello, and welcome to Bima's Crafty Corner. I am Bima, better known as Els, and this is today's project. And it's just this little, look, there's a little pocket back here. Isn't that cute? And then there's a pocket here, but this pocket actually flips out. And you can put another pocket here if you want to. So I'm going to show you how to do this. It's pretty quick, pretty easy. This does not belong on the outside. I only did that so that for visual reasons, so that you could see what, where it is, how it's hinged. But I will be back in just a moment, and we'll go ahead and make this together. I'll be right back. Okay, so what do we need? We need some cardstock, and this is 6 by 6, so we need that. And we're going to need ink and a dauber, a paper trimmer, some liquid adhesive, and that's it. A pair of scissors. That's it, okay? So, what we need to do first is decide what is going to be our back piece and what's going to be our front piece. Now, I think this should be my front piece, because I like that. And I think this will be my back piece. So, I'm going to cut my back piece first. It is a piece that is 3 1/4 inches wide. So all of our pieces are going to be 3 1/4. Saving that. And this one is going to be by 5. So 3 1/4 by 5. That's my back piece. Then my middle piece is 3 1/4 by 3 1/2. So 3 1/4. Mind direction here. 3 1/4 by 3 1/2. Save this, you're going to want that. And then my last piece is going to be 3 1/4 by 2 1/4. 3 1/4 by 2 1/4. No, 3 1/4 by 3. Yeah, sometimes my is not working. All right, and then we're going to want the piece for the inside, which is the piece that's 2 1/4. Okay. Then this little strip, 1 by 2, and it can be, longer. You just don't want it to be longer than this, okay? And this piece is 3 inches. Yes. So you want this to be no longer than 3 inches. All right. Okay. Now, if you want to put a tab on the outside, as I did on the original one, which is this piece right here, just grab another piece of what's left over, and you can cut that. Okay. So let's get rid of the scoreboard. Let's of the trimmer for the moment. We're going to use it again, but let's get rid of the trimmer for the moment, and then get out your ruler, because you're going to need a ruler and probably your scissors. I'll be right back. All right, so this is our middle piece, and what we're going to do is we're just going to put our ruler on here, and we are going to mark down, because we need to come down to here, okay? And if you put this ruler on here, you'll see that that is about 1 1/4 inches, and that's what we want, okay? So right on the edge here, just put your ruler at 1 1/4 inches. That's where we're going to make a little mark. And then on this one, you'll see, so 1 1/4 inches. We're going to put this in our trimmer, lining up the top point and that mark. Okay. Now, this piece goes the opposite way. So, flip this one over, put them together at the top, and then cut that off. So there's your 2 pieces and your back piece. So this one, we glue it down just like a regular pocket, okay? Let's go ahead and ink here. Ink everywhere else, and then we're gonna glue this part down. This is the easy part, right? We're just gonna glue it on 3 sides. We're gonna put that on. Now, we're gonna ink everything. We're gonna ink this all the way around. We're gonna ink this piece. We're gonna ink our little inside pocket. And you wanna make sure that that pocket is below. So if you need to trim some of this off, certainly do that. So ink all of these, and then see this little extra piece? This little extra piece, we're gonna fold it in half long ways. And we're going to wedge the 2 sides, and we're gonna ink this right here, okay? So go ink everything, and then when you come back, we'll put it together. I'll be right back. Okay. So this is glued up, and we have a pocket. We have that 1-inch little piece that was left over. We're gonna fold that in half. And I'm gonna hit this with my bone folder just to kind of put that crease in there. And then I want this to be no longer than the short side of my front pocket. Okay, and then I'm going to glue this in. A little bit of glue on here. And I'm going to glue this right on the edge. Normally I would say, you know, wedge both sides, but we actually want coverage here. All right, and we're going to open that up. And this is where we're going to put in our pocket. So we're going to glue this on 3 sides. Right here, at the bottom. Just like that. And then we're going to turn this piece upside down. We're going to put some adhesive on our flap. We're going to line up these corners here and here, just like that, nice and straight, and then we're going to fold this over, okay? Give it a good press. Okay? Now, if you want to put a tab here, you of course have this this leftover piece that you could use. Put a tab right here. Just put a little ink on it, or you can, bring another scrap in if you want to. And this one, we can actually put a Velcro closure on it. So let me go ahead and get this tab on, and then I'm going to let all the glue dry, and when I come back, we'll put a closure on it. I'll be right back. All right, now you can put the closure anywhere you want. I kind of like either right here at the top or right here at the bottom, okay? And I'll tell you why. Because I don't really want to interfere with this pocket too much. So I like it to be kind of out here. This is a good spot, but this is doubled. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put it down here. And all I'm going to do is take this. These are Velcro. Velcro sticky dots. Put this one right here. And then I'm going to take a top, and I'm going to put it right on top of that. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and close this and give it a little press. there's my Velcro. Okay, I'm going to put 2 on here because I want one here as well. Again, I'm going to put the piece that grabs down here, and then up here I'm going to put the piece that is the soft side, so to speak. One is a hook, the other one's a loop. Okay, right there. All right, so now I have my Velcro closure, and I can open it up. And so I have this like pocket, not a pocket on the back. Like it's not glued together at the bottom, but I still have a pocket here. And then I have a pocket here, and you can open this up. There's that amazing pocket. You can do all kinds of decorating on the inside. That is my project for today. All right, so if you're new here and I have not yet offended you, give me a chance. Subscribe. If you would like to have information on the channel about videos when they post and things like that, lives and all the other kinds of things, if you would like to know where you can pick up some free digitals, maybe you want to support the channel, all of those things you can find links to in the description below. All you have to do is go down and take a look. Until I see you again, stay well, my friends. Bye-bye.